Hey guys, this is Tuesday's video, and my highlighter fell down. Okay, Tuesday's video is for area model, 2-digit by 2-digit numbers, and then 2 by 2-digit number multiplication. Now, with the area model worksheets, you should be able to do it. Okay, we've done it multiple times. You even have an example to walk you through it. Remember, step 1, you decompose. Step 2, you are multiplying for partial products. And then like it says up here, you are adding the partial products to get your answer. All right. So that is your area model. Now, I gave y'all this. So just give me a second, okay? Now, I know this may look scary, and it's really not, but we're going to practice it. Now, this is multiplication. This is 2-digit by 2 digits. Okay? Now, here is my proposition to you. We are going to do the first 2 lines together. Okay? Then you're going to come down here, and I want you to attempt to work at least one row this method, and if you want to, you can continue, or if you want to do the last 4 down here as an area model on a separate sheet of paper, you can. That's up to you, but I would prefer that you continue to practice with the standard algorithm. So we talked about this on my introduction to multiplication video, that when we are multiplying, we multiply one place value at a time. And for number 1, we have 82 times 41. So we are going to start in the ones place at the very bottom down here. What you're going to do, just like if you were multiplying, if this was just 82 times 1, okay? We're going to go 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 8 is 8. Now, we go to the tens spot. And because we're moving over to the tens spot, I have to come down here and put a 0. Because in all reality, what I'm actually doing is I'm saying 40 times 2. And 40 times 2 is 80. So I have to put my 0 here, and then I go over and start with my tens place. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 8 is 32. All right, now we add. 2 plus 0 is 2. 8 plus 8 is 16. Carry my 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Plus 3 is and 0 is 3. So my answer is 3,362. Okay, please make sure we're putting those commas in, okay? Circle our answers. All right, our next problem is 44 times 42. Now, just like we did in the previous problem, we start in the ones place. Okay, 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 4 is 8. So 88. Now, since we're finished with the ones place, we're going to move over to the tens place. Because of that, I'm going to put a 0 right there. Okay, you put that 0 there. Do not forget, because it can totally change your answer. Now, 4 times 4 is 16. So I'm going to drop my 6 and kick up the 1. That's what these little boxes are for up here, for you to put your regrouping numbers. Now, once again, 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. All right, so now all we have to do is add. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry my 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. And then 1. Okay, here's the deal. If I was doing this on my own, I would automatically mark those out, but it's just because I'm teaching y'all, I'm forgetting to do it. But normally I would do it. All right, so we have 25 times 10. Just like before, we're going to start in our ones place, and it just so happens that any number times 0 is 0. So that's pretty easy. So 0 and then 0, because 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. All right, now I'm going over to the tens place, so I'm going to put that 0 right there in the ones place. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. Now I'm adding. 0 and 0 equals 0. 0 and 5 is 5. 2 and 0 is 2. So 250. All right. So I have 93 times 86. We're going to start off in the ones place. So 6 times 3 is 18. So what I'm going to do is put my 1 right up there. Because remember, I cannot put 18 in one of these boxes. I can only put the number in the ones place. So I put the 8 and kick up my 1. So now I'm going to go 6 times 9 is 54. Okay? But don't forget my 1 up here. So 6 times 9 is 54 plus 1 is 55. So I'm going to mark that out. 55. Now I'm going to move to my 0. Not my 0, my tens place. I'm sorry. So because I'm in my tens place now, I'm going to put that 0 right there. All right, then I just continue to multiply. 8 times 3 is 24. Bump up my 2, just like that. And 8 times 9 is 72, plus 2 is 74. So now all I have to do is add. 8 and 0 is 8. 5 plus 4 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. Then 7 left by itself is just 7. All right. Okay. 72 times 87. All right. So what we're going to do first is, just like always, we're going to start in our ones place. So 7 times 2 is 14. So I'm going to drop my 4, carry my 1. And then 7 times 7 is 49. And I got to remember my 1. So 7 times 7 is 49 plus 1 is 50. Okay. Now, because I'm moving over to my 8, which is in the tens place, I'm going to put a 0 right there. In fact, if you want to, so you don't forget, you could do that for right now. But don't get into, that big of a habit, because just for right now. Just so you don't forget, because that 0 has to be there for it to work. Okay, so 8 times 2 is 16. So I have my 6, carry my 1. 8 times 7 is 56. 56 plus 1 is 57. So now I'm adding. 4 plus 0 is 0. 0 and 6 is 6. 5 plus 7 is 12. Then 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, so we have 43 times 10. Okay, just like before, any number times 0 is 0. So 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 4 is 0. Now, just like we said before, any number multiplied by 1 is itself. So 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. Now we add. 0, 0 equals 0. 0 and 3 are 3. 0, we don't have a 0, so 4 by itself. So 430. Okay, I have 62 times 52. Once again, we're going to start in our ones place. We're going to go 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12. All right, now I put that 0 down there because I'm starting off now in my tens place. So 5 times 2 is 10. So I'm going to put a 0 here and kick up my 1. 5 times 6 is 30. Plus 1 is 31. 4, 2, 2, 3. Okay. Then I have 56 times 96. 56 times 96, let's say we start in our ones place. 6 times 6 is 36, so I put my 6 here, kick up my 3. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3 is 33. Now, I'm going to my tens place, so I'm going to put that 0 right here. Sorry. 9 times 6 is 54. And then 9 times 5 is 45, plus 5. 45 plus 5 is 50. I just totally went blank. I'm sorry. It's 50. All right. So now we add. 6 plus 0 is 6. 4 plus, 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 plus 0 is 3. And then we have our 5. All right. Now, what you're going to do is you are going to work these 2 rows of problems. Remember, I want you to attempt to do this the traditional method. And I would like for you to do the whole thing in the traditional method. But if you feel overwhelmed, go ahead and just do this down here. You can work it with the area model on a clean sheet of paper. But I will say this, it better be neat, guys. Okay? We're not accepting messy, sloppy work. Okay, this is the second 9 weeks. We're going to be our best. So, remember to do your area model on the first page, right here, your 4 problems. And then you have these 8 problems down here. All right, that is Tuesday's practice and problem solving. Have a good night. Stay out of trouble.